everybody. Hi. So, if you don't know, my name is Lizzie. I have been doing pregnancy updates for this pregnancy basically since the very, very start. There have been a couple weeks where I forgot, but you know. And today, I am 20 weeks exactly. So, finally halfway. If you don't know, again, this will be my second labor and delivery. I have twin daughters. They turned 2 in April, so they're 26 months old almost. Next week they will be. Nobody counts months anymore that I know of at this point, but you know, just saying. Yeah, so let's get started. So, like I said, today I'm 20 weeks, which marks the halfway point, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I kind of feel like without all the stuff that's happening, that this has kind of been like the slowest 20 weeks ever. But at the same time, I also kind of like, wow, I can't believe it, because I know before I know it, it's going to be over. You know, I mean, I'm halfway to my due date, but that doesn't mean I'm halfway through the pregnancy. I could have her at 37, 38 weeks, and, you know, could have been halfway like a week ago, a week and a half ago, I don't know. So, who knows, you know? But yeah, so anyway, if you don't know, I use 3 different apps. I use The Bump, I use Ovia Pregnancy, and I use Pregnancy Plus. And so all 3 of those, I have different categories for the sizing, so that I can have a variety of stuff. And this week, the animal was axolotl. Very funny animal, but I do know what it is. A large popcorn, whatever that means, and a banana. So the thing that was kind of weird about this week, and I have a feeling that these measurements are a little weird because of it, is that 2 of my apps have crown to leg measurement, or I guess crown to foot measurements, and the other 3rd app still has crown to rump measurements and changes next week. So I'm just gonna stick with crown to rump as far as I'm concerned. That's still what's going on. It's easier for me to process and think about, and that would be about 6.5 inches crown to rump approximately. And she's approximately probably about 10 ounces, which actually is in line with my anatomy scan that I have that I'll talk about. So yeah, that's probably accurate. So this week I have not really had many new symptoms in general, I would say. I'd say if anything, things are slowly getting better. I still have a lot of discomfort trying to go to sleep, but it's actually getting a little better. I've found very, very specific positions that are comfortable. I ran out of Unisom, so I've been taking Benadryl, which probably isn't the best, but I have a really hard time falling asleep if I don't take anything. I have done it a couple times recently, but it's very hard. It's hard for me to stay asleep, so I'm still doing that for now. Also, my skin is seeming to get better. It's still really patchy. If you have been watching, you know I have really bad eczema. I've had a lot of like redness and itchiness. This basically, you know, my eczema has flared up really badly. It still is flaring up really badly. You know, I still have really bad eczema. I always will. But it seems like it's getting a little better than it was before. Before it was very, very, very bad. It was painful. But yeah, it seems like it's getting a little better. Hopefully that continues on. The main 2 things that have happened in the past week is, first of all, I had my anatomy scan, which everything was good at. I found she has long legs and long arms apparently as of right now, which is super funny because I am 5'1" and I have really short legs. And I mean, obviously I'm proportional, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, my legs are not, I don't have proportionally long legs. I have proportionally long torso, if anything. So it's just funny that she is measuring like that. She was in like, her overall measurement was about 25th percentile, but her legs and arms I could see when they were measuring was like 64th, I think, something like that. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But she was still overall measuring to be 19 weeks exactly, and I was 19 weeks 2 days the day that I had my anatomy scan. So, you know, good enough. I'm very short. I'm a very tiny person. My partner is normal height now, but he tells me he was very tiny when he was growing up. So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't have the biggest children, you know. I wasn't expecting her to be in the 50th percentile or anything. I was fully expecting 25th, so it totally lines up with anything I would think. So I wasn't worrying about it, but that's what happened there. And then the next day, so this would be Friday, I noticed that I was having a lot of like discharge, I guess it would be, but it seemed very watery. Sorry for TMI. This is a pregnancy update after all, so, you know. And so I wasn't really concerned about it, but it kept happening. I kept feeling it. So I called my office and they basically told me I should go in. If I can't go in within the time span that they gave me, which was like an hour and a half only, then I would have to go to the emergency room or the hospital. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up going to the ER. They were really packed. Labor and delivery was not, so I ended up going to labor and delivery. Thank goodness. I'd way rather be than the ER, especially during a time like this. So I got taken up to the labor and delivery place, and they tested the fluid, and it was not anything bad. It was totally normal. They looked at the fluid in my stomach with an ultrasound, and that was totally normal. They looked at, you know, the baby like a teeny tiny bit. That was normal. The heart rate was normal. Everything seemed fine. No contractions, no anything, which I knew, but you know. And so I'm glad I was right, but I'm also glad that I went in just to be safe, because, you know, you can never be too safe. So, yeah, that was a little scary for a minute there. I had to go alone, obviously. My boyfriend's also gone though, because he had to go and do something. So he was not in the city. He spent the entire time on the phone with me and my AirPod, but he was not able to come with me and be there physically. I don't think he would have been able to anyway, because they aren't allowing people to visit or guests. They do allow that in labor and delivery, but since I wasn't supposed to go to labor and delivery, I don't think they had really planned for that, and I don't think they would have let him stay either way. So, but they did tell me that if anything happens from here on out, because I am 20 weeks today, that if I have any concerns, I no longer have to go to the ER. I no longer have to call the call center. I just call labor and delivery directly, and they give me advice. If they want me to come in, they'll have me come in, but it will all be through labor and delivery, and that's that, and that's it. And I don't have to worry anymore about the ER or being there. It really freaks me out with the germs, to be honest. So that was not something I was looking forward to doing. But everything ended up being okay. And my parents were able to watch the girls, of course. And yeah, so everything was fine. And so I had an appointment today also, and everything was very normal. You know, we did the heart rate check, and everything was fine there. I didn't have any questions because I had recently had the anatomy scan, and the whole thing happened at labor and delivery. So I feel like I've been seeing a lot this last week. Didn't have any questions. She did tell me I have to do my glucose test at either the next appointment, so in 4 weeks, or in the appointment after that, which would be 8 weeks away. So either mid-July or mid-August. So yeah. But yeah, that's about it. So I guess that's it. And I will do the belly shot. I have pajamas on, well, pajama pants on right now. So excuse that. But yeah, here we go. So my 20 weeks. So this is my belly. This way, this way, and this way. Here's my belly again. This way, and this way. Yep. So she's growing great in there. I feel huge compared to the way I was with the twins, which is so funny because they were twins, but I was so tiny with them. But I'm loving it. I love having a bump. I think it's so cute. And yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please, please like my videos. Okay, bye.